How's it, homies? Big alohas from all my brothers and sisters on the islands, from Kauai all the way down to Hawaii, the Big Island, yeah? And of course, all my brothers and sisters over here on the mainland too. Tomorrow gonna be Aloha Friday. We're gonna do something special, yeah? Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the Corazon. As you know, I'm Johnny. Hey, tomorrow's gonna be Aloha Friday. So we're gonna do something a little special today, something a little bit different. Hey, but before we get started, check this out, huh? Johnny's Corazon. For the holidays, my suegros, my in-laws, Connie and Chuck, love you guys. They hooked me up with this great apron, huh? Check it out, huh? Hey, eyes up here, cochinos. What are you thinking, huh? Anyway, all right. So for today's recipe, this is what we're gonna be needing, okay? We're gonna be needing some spam, the other white meat. Anyway, I'm using the light spam. I'm trying to watch my figure. If I don't watch my figure, no one else will. And of course, we're going to be needing some of this nori seaweed wraps. You might have had this in some of your, say, California rolls, some of your sushi rolls or whatnot. Good stuff. It's an acquired taste. Some people don't care for it. I love it. And we're also going to be needing some rice, some arroz. But this is a different kind of rice than maybe some of you have had. We don't want to be using any of the long grain rice things that we might use for Spanish rice or even for a rice pilaf, anything like that. We want kind of a sushi kind of rice. So it's going to be a smaller grain, usually medium to short grain rice, because we want this to stick together. We want good sticky rice, okay? We're also going to be needing some shoyu, soy sauce, remember? All right. Some mirin, which is a sweeter seasoning. It's made from a rice alcohol. It's real good stuff. Do a little rice vinegar as well. Some sugar. Anyway, sorry about that. And we're also going to be using this tool here. It's a Musubi press. A lot of you probably don't have this. So I'm going to show you a way around this. You don't have to have one of these. I'll show you a workaround there, okay? All right, my friends, let's get this started. Okay, we have our rice here. We're going to go ahead and dump this out here. I have just a cutting board. I'm going to kind of put it all out there. See how sticky that rice is? That's what we want. We want good sticky rice. Gonna kind of squish it down a little bit. Get it out there like that. And here, have that rice vinegar, okay? I guess it'd be like that. So we're gonna put our rice vinegar, put a little bit on there. We're gonna kind of sprinkle it on. Ooh, look at that, okay? All we're doing essentially is we're just kind of marinating this rice in this vinegar, okay? Just creating a little marinade, give another little depth of flavor in there. And that's what we want. It's still pretty hot there, so fan it a little bit while I swirl this around, because we're going to want to be able to touch this and handle this rice, you know what I'm saying? Because it's still pretty darn hot from being in that steamer. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and let that sit for just a couple minutes while we get our meat going here, okay? All right. All right, let's get this meat-ish product cooking here, okay? All right, so what I've done, as you can see, I've sliced the meat up into the meat product into thin slices. We're just going to go ahead and throw it directly on the pan. I'm not going to add anything to it at this point. Usually when you've seen me cook and stuff, I'm always adding different seasonings. For this, nada. We're just throwing it on there to get it nice and crispy. Some people, they like theirs a little floppy, I guess you call it. I like to have my meat product here a little more crispy. I like that little crunch that it'll have. Okay, looks like we're out of room there, so we're going to go ahead and let this cook through. We'll be flipping it when it's done. Then we'll add in the rest. All right. Mira, check it out. So we got the meat all done here, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to be using the same pan. Now here's what I've done. Measured out a 1/3 cup of the shoyu. Gonna add that. Look at that, there we go. Now we're gonna add in a 1/3 cup of the mirin. And get that measured out real quick. There it goes. And a 1/3 cup of sugar. Just gonna mix this all in. Let that sugar melt into the liquid. What we're creating here is just a real basic teriyaki sauce. Okay? Just real quick. Look at that. Stirring it up. Don't want that sugar to burn, okay, because it's going to sink right to the bottom. So we're going to stir it real quickly here. Oh, it looks like a little piece of the spam got in there too. All right. It's thickening up real nice. You can smell some of the the salt and sweetness of it. You can smell that shoyu, that soy sauce, but it still smells just a little bit sweet. Oh, I love this. Okay, look at that. It's looking like it's all melted in there. Yeah, all right, nothing's burnt. We're doing all right. Make sure nothing's sticking to the bottom. Normally, I don't use a lot of Teflon. If you've noticed with some of our recipes we've done together, I don't really care for it. But in this situation, I am going to use it, okay? Because I don't want any of this to stick to the bottom. I don't want to add any oils as I'm frying up Spam. That might be a little much. I don't know. So all I'm going to do now, we're going to marinate the Spam. We're going to drop it back in there. We're going to cover it all, get it so it's all covered. And now, it's time to start putting these Musubi rolls together. Alright, there's nothing to it but to do it. Okay, it's time to put these together, alright? So, first I'm going to show you how to use the can of Spam. What we did, I cut out the bottom side of it. We're going to get a piece of our nori right here. See how I cut this into strips? What I did is I measured against the can. That's how wide I knew how to cut it. I'm going to set that nori down there on our plate. I'm going to put the can right there, okay? Now we're going to get some of our rice. See how nice and sticky that is? That's what we want. Good sticky rice. Because we want these to stay together. Okay. Another thing I have on hand here is a bowl of water. This rice is sticky. It's going to stick to your hands. So you're going to be using that water often. Now, next up, we get one of our pieces of our carne, our meat here, our meat product. Push that in there. Push it down. There we go. The reason we use the can is because it's the same size as the meat. That's where it came from. So it works out pretty well that way. Okay. Get it nice and packed in, okay? Use my hands, get it in there. We're going to push down. We're going to pull this off. We have a little brick right there. Check it out. Now we roll. We're going to take our nori, our seaweed, and roll it over. Try to get it kind of tight there. And you're going to seal this, taking a little water in your finger, running it across there, and we have our musubi right there. Okay. I'm going to show you a little easier method. I'd like to thank my son Lucas. He's the one that hooked me up with this Musubi press right here. Gave that to me as a gift one time a couple years ago. Real fortunate though. All three of my kids, boy, they enjoy different kinds of food. They're always willing to try something different. Makes me proud, you know? Alright, here we go. This is going to be a lot easier this way. Drop the rice in there. Look at that, huh? Check it out. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, now let's get another piece of the Spam here. I always like to make sure I dip a little bit right in our sauce there right before I put it in. Put that out. Mira, see the top of this press? I'm gonna slide that, push it right down. Slide it out. Bam. Put it back in the water so it doesn't stick. Look at that. Perfect little brick, huh? Alright. And that, my friends, is how we do this. Okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and work on these, and yeah, this will be alright. Oh, on one more note, with that nori, when you put it away for storage, like, because if you don't use it all, no problem, just make sure you put it in a plastic bag, you know, a big baggie. This way it keeps it from drying out too much and whatnot. You want to be able to keep using this a couple times. One bag of that'll, geez, you can make quite a bit of musubi with this. Okay? Alright. So, we're all done. Let's take a look at the finished product here. What do you think, huh? Not bad. Tell you what, I'm ready to get down with one of these right now. Anyway, I want to throw a big shout out to my cuñada, my sister-in-law Jen, her brother Jeff. Really, it was through them that I was first introduced to Hawaiian cuisine. I love it, you know. Share it with some of my brothers and sisters, you know, who are kamaaina up here in the Northwest in Washington. I've gotten, so far, good approval ratings on my musubi. So, okay, my friends, until next time, aloha, and tomorrow, happy Aloha Friday, yeah?